You accidentally knock over your morning coffee. It's Tuesday, so you grab a few paper towels, wipe it up, and go about your day. But when that exact same mug tips over on Friday afternoon, your reaction changes. Your heart starts racing, you snap at the person next to you, or you might just freeze, paralyzed by a simple puddle of liquid. We tend to frame this Friday reaction as a personal failing, a lack of discipline or emotional maturity. This behavioral shift points to a fluctuating internal threshold that has been breached, rather than a flaw in your personality. This animated diagram represents human emotional capacity as a distinct biological container with a hard limit. But its volume isn't static. As you accumulate daily pressures, a commute, a deadline, lack of sleep, the walls compress inward, reducing your remaining space. The Friday collapse occurs because the container simply reached its physical limit. At this point, the next stressor, no matter how small, has no remaining volume to occupy. In 1999, psychiatrist Dr. Dan Siegel formalized the mechanics of this limitation. He introduced a framework known as the window of tolerance. As you can see in this visual, the window is a defined central horizontal band. This is the specific neurological state where you retain the ability to process information clearly, feel your emotions, and respond intentionally to your environment. Unresolved trauma, physical exhaustion, and continuous daily stress act as active external forces. They push inward from the top and bottom boundaries, physically crushing that optimal functioning zone into a much narrower strip. As this window narrows, your mental margin of error shrinks. The minor friction of everyday life instantly turns into system-critical threats. The moment of crisis arrives when a routine stressor pushes your mind violently outside the boundaries of this compressed window. Breaching the upper boundary thrusts you into a failure state called hyperarousal. Your system jolts into overdrive, causing racing thoughts, sudden panic, and a tendency to snap at others. Falling below the lower boundary triggers the alternative failure state, hypoarousal. Your system shuts down, leaving you with numbness, thick brain fog, and freezing in place. These states look like opposites, one chaotic, the other frozen. Yet they both stem from the same root mechanism of a capacity breach. These intense states are autonomous physiological distress signals, alerting the brain that its threshold has been compromised. A common misconception is that the goal of mental health is to forcefully suppress your emotions so that you never react to life's stressors at all. Look at the diagram again to see the actual clinical goal. Targeted therapy is designed to actively widen the window of tolerance, pushing back those pressure boundaries so your nervous system can hold more emotional weight. Therapists use specific, trauma-focused modalities to achieve this expansion. These include EMDR, somatic experiencing, internal family systems, and sensory-motor psychotherapy. You can think of these specialized tools as physical therapy for the nervous system. They systematically stretch and strengthen your autonomic bandwidth. Expanding the container allows you to experience the full spectrum of difficulty and joy without being tipped into biological overdrive or shutdown. Transitioning this theoretical goal into a practical reality is the focus of Coping and Healing Counseling, or CHC. Their diverse team of licensed therapists provides 100% HIPAA-compliant telehealth services, reaching all 159 counties in Georgia. To ensure this structural solution remains accessible, CHC accepts broad insurance coverage, which includes a $0 copay option for Medicaid patients. A wider life is possible when your nervous system has the capacity to hold it. You can begin that work today by reaching out to CHC at 404-832-0102 or visiting chctherapy.com.